हाँ सीमा ମୁଁ ଭିडिଓ
गुड मॉर्निंग
ଦେଖାଉଛି
भाई।
ଗୁଡ୍ ମର୍ଣ୍ଣିଂ ଗୁଡ୍ ମର୍ଣ୍ଣିଂ।
वीडियो तो हाँ ओके।
ଠିକ ଅଛି
आगे
ତାହେଲେ ଆମେ ଷ୍ଟାର୍ଟ କରିବା ନା କଣ?
हाँ स्लाइड टिक शेयर कर देखो।
ଦେଖୁଛି okay।
ओके फुल स्क्रीन पर कर दो।
अच्छा, अच्छा, अच्छा।
ओके फाइन।
ଠିକ ଅଛି ତ କ୍ଲିୟର ଅଛି।
ओके ये पेज ही रखो दो वो। गुड मॉर्निंग एवरीवन। आई डॉक्टर सीमांचल पंडा with Dr. Ranjit Prasad Swai sir. We are going to start the expert talk. Before we are going to start the expert talk, I would like to introduce sir. Our resource person is Dr. Ranjit Prasad Swai, completed his M.Pharm in pharmaceutics from Utkal University, Odisha, and his PhD from Shikha Anusandhan University, Odisha. He has more than 16 years of academic and research experience. His area of research interest is the enhancement of solubility and bioavailability, solid oral drug delivery, and enhancing efficacy and drug report repurposing through formulation approaches in ocular disorders related to diabetes and inflammation. He has completed two DBT funded projects for 4.7 crore as OPI. He has published 44 publications in national and international reputed journals. He has three patents and four books. He has guided one PhD student and 49 M.Pharm dissertation work. Currently, four PhD students are pursuing their PhD research. He has received the Best Poster Award in 66th Indian Pharmaceutical Congress 2015. He is a resource person for many workshops, conferences, seminars, and FDPs. He is a fellow of Indian Chemists and a lifetime member of APTI. Currently, he is working as an assistant professor at Geetham School of Pharmacy, Geetham deemed to be University, Visakhapatnam. Sir, good morning, sir.
Good
We
morning,
would
sir.
like to invite you as the expert talk and please, sir.
Yeah. Good morning, all of you. Thank you, Sima,
Good morning.
for your invitation. Today, I like to deliver the topic repurposing of drugs and polymer considerations for ocular applications. Look on this picture, which is a schematic presentation of the ocular barrier, which represents, I can say that the tear film is the first physiological barrier for topically administered ophthalmic agents that is renewed every 2 to 3 minutes and was locally administered agent within the first 15 to 30 seconds. Clear to this, that is the layer which attached with this mucus, the corneal layer, is epithelial layer which connects with the mucus, which plays a major role for the attachment of the drug molecules or the polymers. So ocular delivery of the drugs is a challenging field due to the its anatomical and the physiological barriers. Have you seen this first barrier, that is ocular barrier, that is tear film? There are such many barriers, like cornea is the next barrier I can say which preventing the topical drugs, mainly particular the hydrophilic drugs, which is reaching the anterior chamber of the eye. And this the hard encounter for the topical formulation is the conjunctival barrier. Like this, there are many barriers which prevents for the entering of the drug into the eye, and there are this is the aqueous humor, and this is the posterior humor. So many diseases are related to the aqueous humor and this posterior chamber. So it is a high time to think for the drug research for the ocular, and as it is a very challenging field and required lots of research. So in this regard, I like to discuss the most uh, prevalence ocular diseases, that is the glaucoma, cataract, ocular allergy, the age-related macular degeneration, and this the another type of allergies, and the diabetes retinopathy. And itself, uh, more than 80 different broad categories of eye diseases are declared by the National Institute of Eye, and itself of the different databases they have declared there are 350 hereditary eye diseases are there. So there are many uh, anterior segment diseases. These are the anterior segment diseases. These are the posterior segment diseases. So it is, I can say, uh, more than 80% of these diseases cover more than 80% of the ocular diseases. This diagram will give a brief idea about the prevalence of the ocular diseases published in Lancet. This global health vision impairment survey indicates that the probability of the blindness is increased, particularly in the cataract. The people are suffered of cataract, and we suffered around it covered about the 50% the age having the people having the age more than 65 years of 65 years, and the other indications, particularly the ulcers, severe allergies or infections that covers another the 30 to 40%. The glaucoma, age-related macular degeneration, diabetic retinopathy also played a major role for the vision impairment or the blindness. As you know that the India is the diabetic capital of the world, and the southern region is the hub of diabetic. And today news you will see the Chief Minister, Honorable Chief Minister Chandrababu Naidu have published data in their official website regarding this diabetic, the diabetic data of this and the process, and it is alarming. And this indicates that if more the diabetic, there is a more chance for this particularly the diabetic retinopathy. And the diabetic retinopathy is a major reason for the blindness. Have a look on this moderate to severe vision impairment. This figure indicates that the Asian people are more prone for this the uh, vision impairments. Particularly, you will see that the refraction as well as the glaucoma played a major role here also. So there are different diseases which played major role for the vision impairment. So in this regard, so that this figure indicates that there is a need for the urgent development of the new medications. So the discovery is takes a lot of time, but the repurposing the development of the drugs that can help for the quick the quick translational product to the market. And uh, the repurposing, the word indicates that uh, the existing drugs for the new indications. Why you are going for this repurposing of the drugs? The slide will give a immense idea about that, why we are going for this repurposing, and what is the need for the ocular drug delivery by using this repurposed drugs. These traditional models of the drug development are limited by their the drawn-out process, high failure rates, and the high cost. There is a data from 2019 to 2018, which indicates the median research and the development cost for the new therapeutics and the biologic agents in the United States of America was estimated near about the $985 billion. The average approval process for the drug with new molecular moieties stretch out close to a decade during the time spanning from 2010 to 2020, and which indicates that high means the higher time for the approval process and high failure rates. That is the data published by the FDA that that 8 in 1 is less than 1 in 8 the drug which enter into the clinical trials. So these factors have forced clinicians and the researchers to consider new methods of drug discovery, and one of which include the drug repurposing. This approach leverages the clinical, pharmacological, and the biological data to identify already approved medications that show reasonable promise outside of their original indication. And these medications have already approved. These medications are already, I can say, already approved, well established are the known safety profiles, and it can bypass the stages of the preclinical, the testing, which takes a lot of time, and reasonable cost, reduced time can be in the less time, and in the reasonable or economically reasonable product can be developed. So the recently the drug repurposing has that the reason the recently this drug repurposing is very popular, and it accounts for 30 to 35% of annually for all approved drugs. Have a look on this the repurposing of the drugs. We can reimagine for the treating of this AMD, age-related macular degeneration. The gold standard drug is for this with AMD is the anti-VEGF, the vascular endothelial growth factor agents. But due to its long-term use, it will decrease the mean visual acuity, and also the chance for the vision loss, less patient complaints, and the higher cost. And another few reasons are the stability issue and also the storage. So there is a need for rethinking or reimagining the developed the safety profile drugs which can be repurposed for the AMD. If you see the pathophysiology of the AMD, so angiogenesis, inflammatory, and the lipid pathways are very prominent. By looking this strategy, so the metformin, statins, L-DOPA, and different other drugs like curcumin, they have this property like anti-angiogenic. The metformin is anti-angiogenic, statin also anti-angiogenic, anti-inflammatory, antioxidants, lipid lowering capacity. So this can use a multiple strategy. People you can use as a multiple strategy, you can adapt it, and these drugs can be repurposed. And by using these drugs, the different scientists, they have developed different dosage forms like in situ gels, film, inserts, different injections, particularly intravitreal injections are the nanoparticle they have developed it. So have a look on the treating for this ocular allergy, the ocular allergy drugs, where you can find that there are these different therapeutics people used for the clinicians used for ocular allergy. I can say this more than 50% of the world population the suffer from the allergy. Uh, Particularly, the children are more prone. 32% of the people are the children are more prone for the ocular allergy. Uh, so these therapeutic agents containing these molecules having a lot of side effects. So to overcome the side effects and to rethink the development of the other drugs to be used for this ocular allergy. So in 2017, the FDA approved the oral administered the cetirizine to the ocular topical administration as a ocular drop or the ocular solution, eye drop. So this type of reformulated antihistamines with the cetirizine is is the best example for the repurposing of the drug. And many such drugs are in the clinical trials and the pipeline of the translational use. Now, and again, have a look on this contact lenses and it will be used for prolonged period of time that is irritation and these infections will be there. So antihistamines containing the contact lenses are coming to the market. So similarly, the repurposing of the drugs in the particular the field of ocular allergy are not limited. But these are the few examples I like to highlight here, like curcumin, paglytazone, metformin, and the cannabis. And these are the and also this anti interleukin 5 biologic agents are very prominently people are using for the research or repurposing towards this ocular allergy. Have a look on this diabetic, the retinopathy. For the diabetic retinopathy, I have already told you that India, the diabetic capital of the world, and the retinopathy is increasing the alarming rate. Almost 5 to 7% per annual is increasing, and it is a serious concern for in our very serious concern. So, particularly the three options are available to treat this ocular, the diabetic retinopathy disease. So, laser photocoagulation, intravitreal, anti-VEGFs, and the corticosteroids. But you will see there are many the limitations of these three adapted the strategies. The thermal denaturation of the tissue, the cataract formation, rise the intraocular complaints, detrimental to the ocular tissue in the long-term application, cause the endothelial, cause the endophthalmitis, the inflammation, the contact, the cataracts, and the glaucoma. These are the list, whatever I am showing, it is not the limit. So there are many such problems will use this drugs or this strategy. So to overcome that, the novel anti-VEGF medicines are came to the market. These medicines are available as the intravitreal injections. And to overcome the problems further, and these drugs are used particularly for this AMD now repurposed to repurposed for this diabetic retinopathy. And now these drugs are in the clinical phase in different phases. To again to rethink for the other molecules can use for the use of the diabetic retinopathy. So people are started to do the research on these small molecules which are having potential for the diabetic retinopathy. So simvastatin or doxycycline, these are the molecules people are frequently used in the research and trying to develop a translational product for this diabetic retinopathy topically. And the second part, if you look about the polymer considerations, when you are thinking about the ocular drug delivery, the challenge is how to retain the drugs. As I already have told you that, as you discussed, that ocular drug delivery, there are many challenges like poor bioavailability. Then other, I can say that the ocular nozzle drainage, uh, the ocular retention, the compatibility. These are the many issues in the drug delivery criteria. And during the development of the drugs, the polymer played a major role. The selection of the polymer is typical uh, for the ocular drug delivery because the limited number of polymers are available, approved polymers are available for the translational use. Here I like to say that if you are going to select any polymers, first you have to look for this general recognized list or not. Then FDA approved, then you have to see for this ocular suitability. So three the major part before going to select any the polymers for the translational purpose. Then look for this the per dose, what is the limit, then daily exposure limit, and during the formulation strategy, the aqueous solubility played a major role for the development of a suitable topical ocular formulation. So the pH charge osmolarity is played a major role for the compatibility. And also the bioretention or the bioadhesion in the anterior segment of the cornea or epithelial membrane with the mucus. So the formulation suitability played a major role for the suitable ocular formulations. So in this regard, there are different synthetic polymers are used for development of the ophthalmic drug products. So in this slide, I like to show you that these are the different types of the group of synthetic polymers are approved for ophthalmic use. So these are the different products which is already available in the market, but this is not approved by the FDA for the ophthalmic use, but it is people are using in the research for the ocular drug delivery. Have a look on this biopolymer used in the ocular drug delivery. So these are the approved. You will see this list. The people are using this chitosan very frequently for the ocular drug delivery systems. But the chitosan is not in the GRS list, but it is approved for the FDA approved for the food additives and for others, but it is not approved for this ophthalmic polymer. And when I'm looking for these polymers, very carefully, you need to select which combinations are to be used for the delivery of the specific region or the part of the eye. There are different formulations can be designed or available in the market or in the field in the clinical trials. So by using that polymers, the nanomediated formulations can be developed. Eye drops, hydrogels in situ, gels can be prepared. Or by using the drugs can be incorporated into the ocular inserts of the film that can be delivered in the topical. I like to show here about our team have taken the metformin as a model drug for uh, develop an in situ gel and significantly found it is efficacy against the ocular inflammations. So here you can see we have developed into the gel formulations by using the FDA approved um, polymers like sodium hyaluronate, gelangum, and hypromilage. We have developed a stable, biocompatible in situ gel. This figures indicates this at room temperature and the gelling at the physiological conditions. The polymers, the drug, whatever you have taken here, is biocompatible with each other. And and further to know the biocompatibility, we have performed this isotonicity by using this RBCs. And as the transmittance is one of the most important criteria for the drug development in the ocular. So we have tested this drug and which having the more than 85% of our formulation showed more than 85% of the light transmittance, which indicate it indicates that it is suitable for this ocular use, and there is no obstruction of this the vision. And this flow behavior, the viscosity, we follow this uh, pseudoplastic behavior, which indicates that shear thinning effect, which indicate that if you apply the shear, the pressure on the eye, and the gel, the viscosity will be decreased, and that means the gel absorbs the gel. The viscosity will be decreased. That indicates that which have good the formulation behavior, the flow behavior for the formulations. Besides this, we have tested about the clarity, the pH, osmolarity, gelling time, capacity, the liquidations, drug content, the corneal hydration, and the ex vivo corneal permission study. This study, these studies which indicates that the formulations is suitable for this ophthalmic preparations. The developed formulation what we have developed, the pH is around 7, the osmolarity is around 271, and the gelling within the 15 to 30 seconds. And the museum, the in silico study study indicates that there is a interaction between the polymers drug and the mutations, which indicates that bioretentions. Further to prove that, we have performed the biocompatibility study, which indicates that 8-hour the bioretention in the animal models. And the sterility is one of the most the important criteria for the development of the ocular formulations. The developed in situ gel and is very sterile in nature. And further, we have performed this mechanical and the impedance study. This mechanical study is indicates that good spreadability, and the gel absorbs um, the ocular pressure, and also it is very suitable for this ocular applications. And also it indicates the mechanical behavior indicates that suitability for the ocular the formulation applications to the ocular eye. And we have performed this drug release profile of this metformin solutions, and we have optimized that the solution which released within this almost the 1.5 hour, where the polymer containing metformin in situ gel, which almost 8 hours the drug is released. The drug are released. So further to test that, we have performed the in vivo anti-inflammatory activity of the metformin, the rabbit eye, which indicates that it is very within this 72 hours, our optimized formulations and give a significant effect on these inflammations. This graph will you will see that within the 72 hours, the inflammations were decreased. So in this regard, I like to conclude my talk that the drug repurposing efforts were promising the therapeutic avenues, and the polymers played a major role for the delivery of the drugs to be verified and to be checked on all the profiles, and particularly the safety profile, dose, and the ocular suitability. In this year, additionally, it can be um, check that how it can be best and translate very quickly, um, and it will be commercial scalable techniques can be it is commercially scalable. An interdisciplinary approach can be played a major role for the ocular therapeutics. So it will help of the quick development of this ocular formulations. So I conclude my delivery of that my topic. Thank you, Simanchal. Hello, hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, completed, Sima.
Okay, okay. Thank you,
Mhm.
sir.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Okay, sir. If there is any doubt, I can ask the students.
yeah,
Okay. Sir, thank you very much for your precious time. Uh, you are having packed up classes and lot of research work, and meanwhile, you find out time to dedicate for our students, our research scholars. They are in the Zoom right now. Most of them are the PG or the PhD students, and it is being live through the YouTube. At the same time, we have recorded the session for
yeah.
our students who are having the interest in the specific research area. And sir, thank you very much on behalf of all the students and the faculty. I want to thank you, sir.
Thank you,
And
thank
we'll
you.
expect another expert talk from your side whenever
Yeah,
you are free, and the student will receive knowledge from you.
definitely,
Thank you
definitely.
very much, sir.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you.